Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. It is my privilege to evaluate David sprinting back to Verizon. And how timely is this speech? I was just telling him that I'm up for the market for a new cell phone, and it's nice to know not to go to Sprint because of your speech. For his evaluation, he's being asked, was the point of the story developed? How well did the plot support the point of the story? Well, the point of the story was developed at the very end, where he basically was saying he learned to stay with what he had, Verizon, and the disappointment of sprinting away from Verizon. So the story did develop to that conclusion. How did it build up to a climax? Wanting to get a 5G phone or 4? 5,
It's the S5, which is 4G.
Okay, well, I took it as a 5, is what I know. Anyway, wanting to get the S5G phone with unlimited plan, and the quest from current company to a new one, advertising what he wanted. The time spent, the confusing details, then the car accident. Just for a cell phone. My goodness, what sacrifices you made for a cell phone that you're paying for every single day to use it. I don't get it, but what makes you happy, it makes you happy. But I could tell by his voice and by his actions that he was very frustrated, trying to get the phone of his dreams in the plan that he wanted, in a company that advertised as such, and discovered after all of this time waiting and investigating and talking that it wasn't the phone that he wanted. How disappointing is that? Did the speaker use description and dialogue to add ambience to the story? He used a little bit, but he could have opened up a Pandora's box of descriptions, and I was waiting for it, and it never came, David. Wow, what a golden opportunity you missed. Now, I'll give you an example. You could have said something like, we walked into the store, and there was shoulder-to-shoulder people. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's going to close in 15 minutes. Will I be able to get in line and get waited on? Because I need this phone now. It was also too hot. All these people, and I was sweating, my face was sweating, and I couldn't believe I was going to be the next person. Description. You could have just had a field day with that.
Yeah.
And it didn't come. But maybe next time you can think about that. Were you able to picture the characters and action of the speaker who told the story? If anything, could the speaker have done to help you better visualize the characters and actions? Yes. You could have colored it with a broad stroke of a brush. My wife, who didn't want to be there, didn't change her clothes because it was going to be a quick run-in, was giving me the evil eye because we were there for over an hour. And she just met her best friend who she didn't see in 5 years. She had no makeup. Her clothes were ready. She was really going to get me when we got home. That kind of description, you know? And you have to realize that when you're storytelling, you have the right to embellish. It doesn't have to be factual every single sentence. It can be embellished and embellished well, because that's what is magical about storytelling, is the little embellished details that kind of just suck us in and keep us there. Because really, everyday living is kind of boring, right? So there you go. But other than that, it seemed like you were very enthusiastic about your story. And it seemed like you were willing to open up a bit more than usual. But you were doing a little bit more of this, which got in my way. Because when you're doing this, people focus on this. You need to have a more natural stance with your hands. So think about that. And you might want to prepare in front of a mirror or in front of your wife or a coworker and go through the story, because each time you do get better and better and better. So just a thought. Thank you.